Now, this is such an important topic for so many parents. That's where we brought in Judson Mayhawk from the Project Safe Childhood. What's it like for you when you hear a story like this?
Well, my immediate reaction, there's a few things, and the lead into the story, obviously, that this application in particular, but a lot of them are in common, that they don't have a way to verify the user's identity. Another aspect particular to this application is that they don't have parental controls in place. And a third aspect with this specific application is that they do facilitate private sharing or private chat communication. So those are three aspects of this particular application that make it sort of a place where predators tend to congregate or look potentially for other targets.
And how do they use apps like this to target kids?
Well, they can go online and pose and pretend to be really anybody. They can pretend to be, as in this story, a like-aged peer and gain trust and start the grooming process with an eye towards potentially meeting or getting them to send images of themselves, and then unfortunately a fact pattern that's all too common is using those images to sort of blackmail, get additional images.
Sextortion is what I heard.
Sextortion, exactly.
Are we hearing more and more about that?
That is a feature that we're seeing in cases. I think the real thing with the Kick app, though, and other messaging sites like it that facilitate chat and sharing of images, thankfully not sharing of video because it could be worse, is that typically they're meeting somewhere else. These offenders are meeting the children, minors that they're targeting elsewhere, and then they're moving into that application to continue the conversation and to share images.
So I guess what can parents do? I mean, I have a 10-year-old who wants to be on social media.
You have to just, you have to be vigilant. You have to, I think in many ways it's very difficult to be a parent these days. 25 years ago, if your kids weren't heading out with cameras or camcorders to record their activity, and you kind of had a line on what they were doing. Now every time they leave the house with a smartphone, they can connect to the internet, they can text with all sorts of people, send images and video of themselves and their friends, and it's a lot more troubling. I think parents really, they need to be vigilant for every application that's on their children's phones. They need to know, why is this on here? They need to know the profile, make sure that they're keeping on top of what their kids are doing on that site. Why do they need this particular application? And then really monitor it. I mean, your children, I hate to say it, but they don't have an expectation of privacy when it comes to this. You need to stay on top of them and stay vigilant and review what they're doing online, really be involved.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. We got more on the Kick app on our website, as well as a lot more on Project Safe Childhood. Head to abc2news.com and click on the In Focus tab. Thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.